Welcome. We back.
We're back.
Another week.
We did it.
No, we did it. 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
Kid been posting. Shout out to Kid.
Shout out to Kid.
Kid been doing some great things on the solo you did. We got Ringo J in the building, of course. Super producer Joe Ho.
What's going on?
Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better?
Yes, sir.
Nobody, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, Pat the designer.
Hey.
Might as well have a show.
Feels like it's a dude right
Let's
now.
do something.
Hey, we a little chill.
Yeah,
Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, we got the squad in the building. Yeah. I already introduced y'all. I ain't doing it again. But appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Hey, listen, the first week turnout on the podcast was amazing. We had so many people in here. A lot of us rocked with the Laker clip. A lot of content just got clipped up, and P-Kid has been dominating over here. So we appreciate y'all rocking with us over here, man. Got a lot to get into on today's episode of the show. I mean, we got to talk about Shedeur Sanders and the possibility that he may be going to Ringo's Giants. It's going to be a heck of a prayer.
Man,
It's going to be a heck of a prayer. We got to talk about some playoff predictions here with the NBA playoffs right around the corner. Of course, talk about the play-in game reactions. Listen, the play-in was pretty much one game, and the rest of them sucked. And then we got to talk about –
Oh, sorry.
I mean, listen, we're doing a ton here. Like Pat Bev is calling out B. Jags. We got to talk about the NIL and college sports. We got the Breeze Ball of the Week. We ain't got time to be sitting here previewing the show, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. What's going on, boys? Y'all everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Can't
I'm
complain.
good. I'm good. No complaints. I'm good.
All right. Very subdued audience today. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. I mean, let's just start it off because I do, before we get to the Shedeur job, as you pulled it up, before we get to the Shedeur job, I want to get the Pat Bev one out the way real quick.
Okay.
I want to get the Pat Bev topic out the way real quick. Plus, you didn't have it on the side. Pat Bev and Brandon Jennings may be one of the funniest Chicago moments that BJX has no idea that he's a part of I've ever seen in my life. Because Brandon Jennings is trying to do this one-on-one thing. He's trying to get money. He want to get hoopers. He calling out Jeff Teague. He calls out Ty Lawson. He calls out Lou Williams. They all like, hey, we can hoop whenever. And while, yes, he is ducking smoke, Brandon Jennings is not from Chicago. He has no idea what a call-out means.
No idea what's going on.
He is from California. This man has no idea what a call-out hooping-wise actually means. Somebody call you out hooping in Chicago, you got to play. Somebody call you out for money in Chicago, you got to play. Pat Bev did kind of insert himself into this situation on some like, y'all going to respect me and give me my due. And BJ's is like, no, I'm not. It is hilarious because I get Pat Bev's side of it because he's so Chicago, and I love it. And listen, Pat Bev did out-hoop Brandon Jennings in every meeting they had. But it's just hilarious to me that this mug got on that playback and pulled up to somebody else's stream just to be like, yeah, you ducking that smoke, weekend. Like what?
Bro,
Brandon Jennings like, I wasn't even talking to you. He's like, but we talking now. That has nothing to do with this.
I brought it to your step.
I think the funniest part about the whole exchange, he was like, man, I'm not playing 10U. We not playing nobody that didn't score over 10
Didn't
points.
score over 10 points. He didn't score over 10 points versus
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I ain't playing nobody with no pension, bro.
Yeah, that was a great bar. That was a great bar. But
it's like, in all honesty,
who's in the wrong? Who's in the wrong in this situation? Or is anybody in the wrong?
I think when you overly aggressive trying to call somebody out, I think the wrong is that you don't stand up. You stand your ground when someone challenges you. So you're either too scared to do something about it.
So you think BJ's is?
I think a little bit.
I
got
think
called out.
I do get this though. And I get it because of Chicago. If somebody come at me, right, I'm gonna go back at you. I think that's how we all grew up. But listen, if somebody put 100 bands on the line.
If you're confident though.
Hey, Gil said I put the 100 bands up for you. And you want to know what's funny about it? This is the only reason why I do think that B. Jigs kind of is getting looked at sideways. Because Gil was like, what are you doing right now? Like he just said, he challenged you and offered $100K, and you, what are you doing? Gil, like, I put the $100K up. Talk your talk, B. Jigs. He like, nah, man, because you can't say nothing to somebody you ain't never outplayed.
Right, but if he's talking all that stuff, and then it's like, all right, if he's been trumpeting that he's so good at XYZ, and then when someone calls you out at it, you cowered at it.
But I said this to you when I got here, and I was kind of filling you in. Brandon Jennings, like all the people that he called out, he would get cooked by. Brandon Jennings,
Lou Will about to F him up.
Brandon Jennings is 160, maybe 165. I just got done seeing Lou Will hoop on the video. He still got it.
He still
he literally told Muggs, "Yeah, I'm out here busting you, and I don't got no Achilles."
Okay, I'm gonna put it on a different perspective.
Let's do it.
The different perspective is everybody he called out strictly plays offense. Pat Bev is the only one that gets off on playing defense.
He would make it.
Everybody else is playing horse, but not like all-star game.
Yeah.
Pat Bev is going to hunker down, play defense. He going to foul. There ain't going to be no refs, so it's going to be a bunch of holding. It's going to be this. It ain't going to be a free-flowing game like BG intended to be.
But see, I think that's the part that's not like it's a one-on-one. Jeff can play defense. He just don't. But Jeff can play defense. And versus Brandon Jennings, Jeff can literally just be like, I'm going to body you up. First of all, I think Jeff Teague is the only one he can't cook is Lou. So it'll be Jeff Teague and Lou for the final, no matter what the situation. Ty Lawson, I don't know what's going on with Ty Lawson. Ty looking a little hefty. Ty looking a little hefty.
That was a little weird.
Ty always played big, but Ty looking a little hefty. You know what I mean? I don't know about Ty Lawson. But the only one I think Jeff Teague can't cook is Lou Will because I don't think nobody can cook him. I think the only person that can cook Lou Will is J. Crow.
Lou Will is automatic buckets.
It's straight buckets. And I will say this. It's tough for me in the conversation. The reason I want to lead with this because I don't think there is a right side. Like if you from Chicago, Pat Bev is right. Mm-hmm. And we all, in the Chicagoland area, we all grew up in this area where somebody call you out hooping, all right, we on the court. I just told you, I used to walk around with my basketball shorts always on me. Because just in case a basketball game broke out, or just in case somebody's like, you trying to run ones, you trying to, like we always used to stay ready so you didn't have to get ready. But if you're not from here, that's not the culture. And so I see where BGX is coming from on you called me out, but that don't mean nothing to me. Mm-hmm. Because I wasn't talking to you. You trying to insert yourself in something that wasn't you. So you have no reason to even be a part of this conversation. I'm not trying to play against you. I do think that, and I will say this, in the runs, Pat would cook everybody except Lou Will. One, because Pat just got done playing, but also, I think people forget Pat can score.
Yeah, he was bucket.
I think people forget Pat can score.
He didn't score in the NBA, so that's what they look
at. Well, but he
didn't score in the NBA. He scored on Brandon Jennings a lot actually, but he didn't score in the NBA going up against Muggs that actually were NBA defenders. I don't think we would call any of these three people NBA defenders.
Yeah,
like Pat actually would have the advantage because he is an NBA defender, and he can score the basketball. He just don't do it all the time, right? He went overseas and was, 15 or whatever it was. Well, those still professional players. It ain't the NBA, but like he was scoring the basketball more. Is my point. When he came to the Bulls, he was scoring.
Yeah,
because they was putting the ball in his hand. It was like shoot that mug.
But the role that he was, designed to play in the NBA was, you had to play. There are specific roles when you get to the NBA, so he had to fill that. Yeah. But a lot of guys, you get to the NBA, can do some things, But either way,
I think BJX is not really about the smoke.
That's what it is. Some people like to talk it, and then
he doing a lot of talking.
Yeah.
No, they like what happens on the Gill show where they went out there and shot for 10 bands, I think, like about a month or two ago. Where McCants was out there, So that
Rashad can still hoop.
Right, they out there just talking. That's it. It's just talking, and then Pat Bev put his nose in it. It's like they don't think he on this level. So that's what that is.
Well, Rashad McCants, he was talking about the Rashad McCants situation. Rashad McCants did call out Pat Bev. He didn't call him out. I shouldn't say that. He told the story wrong. And Pat Bev corrected the story. And then players was corroborating what Pat Bev said. And McCants was like, well, that never happened. I also don't know. The one part where Pat lost me, I will say this, is when he was like, Jesus. It's some wind blowing out there. That was scary, actually. The one part where Pat Bev did lose me, though, when he was like, I took Lou Will's spot in the starting lineup.
No, he was talking about.
He said Lou Will because he was on the Clippers. He said I was in the starting lineup while Lou Will was on the bench. He was also talking about Ty Lawson.
Yeah, he moved.
He's talking about Ty
Lawson.
on the Rockets.
Yeah.
And it was just, the Clippers one. I was like, did you take his spot or did they just feel like we know Lou's better off of the bench, and so we got you the spot? That's the only part where it lost me. And you can say it took his spot, but I feel like even Lou knew I'm a better bench player than I am a star.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, even Lou said, like, hey, I have my first 40 on you, bro.
He said it to Pat Bev?
Yeah. No, he
the Jags?
He was on some pod. He was on a pod. I forget who was on the pod, but he was like, yeah, I have my first 40 on.
By the way, to be able to say my first 40 is nuts.
Yeah, I have my first
Bro, Lou, Lou is a beast.
Oh,
man.
Lou's a dog.
Lou's a beast. He is
a
the
dog.
automatic bucket.
Yeah.
Lou's a dog.
Lou winning. I got my money's on Lou for all of it.
Oh
yeah.
And I'm gonna be real with you. If Lou don't win, it's because Jeff decided to play defense.
Not even that. I think
It's Lou or Jeff for me. I don't think B Jags even competes against it.
bro, Jigs can play, bro. He scores. He's not as good as Lou, but he can score though.
Yeah, but
Lou-
Lou and
gonna
Jeff can
post
be
him up.
efficient scorers.
Lou gonna just.
It's
all Lou gonna
1-on-1.
do
So
is
how
post him
efficient
up.
you got to be?
If I put
It's
a
not-
hand,
it's-
if I put a
it's
hand
not a
up and you
5-on-5.
throw, if I put a hand up and you throw it off of the side of the rim, I grab the rebound. You ain't get the ball back. And it depends on what they playing. If they playing to make it, take it. If they playing ones where it's back and forth, no matter what.
I think it's once. Most NBA players I know
Yeah,
they play
I
about
think
If
once.
it's back and forth, if
Yeah.
it's back and forth, no matter what. Well, with Kobe played. It's my ball. I make this shot. It's my ball.
Hey, Kobe it's my ball. I'm going home with it.
No, Kobe was. It's my shoes. I'm going home with them. Take them shoes up off your feet. Y'all not finna be trash wearing my shoes out
That
here.
was Jordan. Jordan did
No,
that.
Kobe did that.
Yeah, he got
Kobe
it.
did that in the locker room with Nick Young, and then when the Lakers was winning 14
I remember that he was like,
games,
"Yeah, take my shoes
he
off. Y'all
said-
don't deserve
He
it."
said, "Y'all take my
Yep.
shoes off. Y'all don't deserve my shoes. Y'all not gonna be out here wearing my shoes."
Terrible.
Hey, Lou Will was on that team. Lou was like,
He said. I thought he was the one that said
"No,
that.
Nick Young was the one that said it."
Okay.
He was like, "They his shoes. What you want us to do? Like you gotta give him the shoes." Like,
Yep.
No, bro, come take these shoes.
Yeah.
Kobe would take the shoes off your feet.
Come take him, then, bro. I know he
Hey,
knew some martial arts, but
Now
no, bro,
listen,
that's
now
that's a
listen,
man.
now listen.
That's a man.
Hey, listen. At that point too, Kobe is still on the team. He was still playing for the Lakers when that happened. So that's you can't swing on Kobe. You won't have an NBA job no more.
Yeah.
You can't swing on Kobe. Your job will be gone. Hey, we got to cut him.
Yeah.
What? What?
So I hate to do this to you,
no.
but
No.
so it's just not working out
What
right
happened?
now.
What happened?
You had it. You had it.
You had it.
Hey, man, let us know in the comments, who do y'all think is in the wrong in this whole situation? Do you think it's BJ's? Do you think that it is Pat Bev? Or do you think this is a difference in culture? That's kind of what I feel like. I think it's just a difference in culture, man. Let's talk a little bit of football, though. Is Shedeur Sanders and our resident Giants fan in the building with a full Bears jersey on. A Bulls hat. He all over the place.
I thought we were doing a mock.
Nice, Mike. What's the Bulls hat for, though?
Just cause.
Can't even match teams?
Just cause
At least you're in the same city. I see you pull up with that Bears shirt and a Giants hat, and I'm just confused. Giants hat, the Giants jersey, and a Bears hat.
He's all over the place.
Shout out to the Bulls. I got the inner jersey.
Hey,
You like that?
hey, now.
Pretty hot right there.
Hey, that's
You
pretty
like
nice.
that?
That's not bad.
That's that
That's
shout out
nice.
to Goat Coats.
That's fire,
Yeah.
bro.
Shout out to Goat Coats.
That's
Goat Coats do some
fire.
great things. That is fire. It's kind of hard. It's one of my favorite jackets.
It reminds me of the 90s, Joe. Remember the half and half jerseys? The
Yep.
half red, half black?
Kind of, yeah. A little bit.
Yeah,
a little
that-
bit. The
yeah.
football joints is hard at this. They got like a Walter Payton one. I was like, that's crazy. But no, man, listen. Shedeur Sanders to the Giants is really picking up some steam here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Let's start it off here because Giants right now 3. Your Giants have, I mean, there's a million places y'all can go. You got a ton of questions. I mean, hey, who's to say they don't take Ashton Genty 3?
Hey.
You know they love a running back.
Tyrone Tracy's pretty good.
No.
Oh, is he? Oh, is he?
Tyrone.
Yeah?
Tyrone
Is he?
Taylor.
Is he pretty good?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah? How much money does he make?
You shut your mouth.
I think it makes sense for him to go to the Giants. I never understood the talk of him slipping. It's like just because you sign Russell Wilson and you sign Jameis, I mean, to me, that's the smartest thing that they probably could have done is to get Russell to insulate. If you draft Shedeur and he's maybe not ready yet, but you can actually get through this year, possibly not get fired, and you can now develop Shedeur. So Brian Dable gets a quarterback. And in Jameis, he's a capable backup, but you're not going to trust Jameis to run your team. So, you know, Russell's only going to be here probably another year or two, you know, in a sense.
Here's my only thing, and I'll ask you this.
All right, what's up?
In your mind, as our resident Giants fan, is it worth it to take a quarterback that it feels like you know has a ceiling? I'm not saying Shedeur can't be good in the NFL.
Right.
Do you think Shedeur can be great in the NFL?
What's the ceiling that you think he's going to have?
Honestly, I think he can.
I think Shedeur's.
You don't need. He's not an over like athletic running quarterback. But he can pass.
That's the thing. He is a passer.
He can
He's
run.
gonna pass the ball.
He is a passer. He can run, but he is a passer. I think that Shedeur is year 2 C.J. Stroud.
So a step back.
Yeah, 100%. Right. Which is still solid. I'm not saying you can't win with him, but it's definitely not the player that you sit there and say there's no way we could take. Shedeur Sanders is Baker Mayfield.
I'm with that.
You rocking with that?
That's not bad.
I'm with that because
third overall.
That's not bad, but
He was the first overall.
Becker was first.
You got it wrong. That's what I mean.
No, he got hurt.
They had it right.
He got hurt, and they didn't wait for him.
Because remember, the Steelers, I think it was one year they won like 13, 14 games.
Yep.
And Baker went in there, carved them up, got them out of there, and then he tore his
shoulder.
He tore his shoulder.
Let me ask y'all this.
And then they got rid of him.
Let me ask y'all this. And this is just the quarterback conversation. I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying the quarterbacks in that draft. Baker Mayfield ended up going first overall. Number 2 in that draft, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, Sam Darnold, man. Good with that. Don't need that. I'd rather have that. Number 7. There's a young man there who dominant. Probably third best quarterback in the NFL. Josh Allen.
Yeah.
How many playoff wins does he have?
He's been to the AFC title game.
he's got
twice.
more than Baker.
Yeah.
He's got more than Baker.
He's got much more than Baker.
Like 1 or 2, but it's
He's
not
got more than Baker.
I'm just saying,
He
like,
got more than. Could you imagine him in
Okay,
the
first of all,
NFC?
it's not
Imagine
fair.
him in the NFC.
It's not even fair to say that.
Who is
First
the
of all,
better
Josh
quarterback?
Allen was a project coming out of college.
and
Josh Allen was a project. 100%.
And he had a horrible completion percentage coming out of college.
Uh-huh.
Baker was leading his team. He was doing his thing in Oklahoma.
That's great.
He was the number for a reason. The man got hurt and went to Cleveland.
Lamar Jackson went 32nd in that draft.
He went to a better team. Nobody was talking about Lamar Jackson being the number 1 pick. You can't go back and sit there.
No, my point is you took the guy who was the hype at the quarterback position. Saquon Barkley was being talked about as the number 1 pick.
He won the Heisman.
Saquon Barkley was also being talked about as the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
that
but
year.
Cleveland needed a quarterback.
Cleveland needed
and
a
he was a
quarterback.
Heisman-winning quarterback.
But here's my thing: you took a quarterback just to take a quarterback.
No, you needed a quarterback.
You need a quarterback, and you took one just to take one. Coming out of college, nobody, at least I never did. I never felt like Baker Mayfield was going to be the best quarterback in the NFL.
No.
He was
That
clearly
never
the number
was
1
the conversation.
quarterback coming out.
This was a down year for quarterbacks. That draft was a down year.
Yeah, Sam Darnold is the next best quarterback off the board, who was a surprise that he failed as long as he did. Josh Allen is on that list.
But look.
Lamar Jackson is on that list. My point in this is taking a quarterback just to say we need a quarterback, so we got to take a quarterback, usually ends up with you taking another quarterback 4 years later.
No, he has talent. The difference to me
I didn't
is
say he wasn't talented.
What I'm getting at is that Baker Mayfield has parlayed himself after playing for 3 teams and now is entrenched as the starter quarterback for Tampa Bay.
Yep.
When Jameis Winston, who's on the Giants, the former number 1 pick for the Bucs, is now just a backup dude. He's a journeyman guy.
But
Baker has done enough to put himself as a starting quarterback. Even if you get Shedeur, the thing is, like, sometimes it's the sum of the team. If you get him and he's a good player, he can pass the ball. He needs an offensive line, clearly. He might run. But you got to build a team around him. You can't just expect anybody to just come in and just take over. That doesn't happen.
Okay,
But Joel, is Baker Mayfield going to win a Super Bowl?
And with a good team, yes, he could. Why couldn't he?
No.
Because in the Super Bowl, literally for the last, 8 years, you've had the 2 top 10 quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield is a 15 to 18.
What else goes with those top teams? Great defense, good running game. Jalen Hurts just won a Super Bowl. Is he better than?
Yes, Jalen Hurts is better than Baker Mayfield. It's not even.
I'm just saying.
It's not even a question. Jalen Hurts is light years better than Baker Mayfield.
Not light years. No, he's not.
Come on now.
He's not light years.
Let me interject.
I got it. Before you do.
No, he's been wanting to get in.
I'm gonna let him get in. I do want to ask you
I do want to
this.
answer
Ringo, is Baker Mayfield still playing behind Tom Brady's offensive line?
Yes.
Is the same defensive line on the other side
No.
for the most part?
No.
Yeah, it is.
And the offensive line.
No. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It's literally the same defensive line, and they've added pieces to it.
A lot of those guys. No, some of those guys get on.
No. The only
one gone is Shaq Barrett.
And Ndamukong's gone.
Yeah, but Ndamukong was a 1 year rental.
They added. He won a Super Bowl.
Those was rentals.
That's a rental piece.
Okay, so it's not the same line.
Okay,
They stacked that
it's not
squad
exactly the same.
to get them over the
Are
edge.
most of the big name pieces still there?
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is Mike Evans still there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is Gronk there?
So he's still
Was
got.
was
So he's
Antonio
still
Brown
got
there?
all of these. Antonio Brown Bailey was there. So he's still got all of these pieces
Fournette.
that are. Fournette not in the league no more. But you know who they did get? While we got Punty Punt. Bucky Irving. Oh, he got a good running back. Does he have a good running back?
Not the same.
Does he have a good running
He
back?
got 2.
Not-
Oh, he's got 2 good
He's
running
got
backs.
2 good running
So he
backs.
has a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's coming back, and the whole point is that the comp of Baker Mayfield. I would love to have before we end up having Caleb have some type of quarterback that can actually play. He put himself back in shape. He's not a bad quarterback.
I didn't say Baker was a
But
bad QB.
Shedeur, the point is that with Shedeur, if you still have to build a team. He's got talent. He can throw the ball. He can handle the pressure because he's been around the pressure his whole life. I think he actually has the talent to succeed. But you got to put things in place because it's not like you just throw a quarterback into a system. It's got to be someone that believes in him and allows him to grow. Any quarterback like that. Sam Darnold just showed you he went to a real coach, and all of a sudden this guy parlayed that into some real money.
No, Sam Darnold got behind an offensive line.
Offensive line and a real coach.
What were you gonna say, Drew?
So my point was saying is that Shedeur's best attributes require a full team.
Right.
To me, his comp is not. Don't break the internet. His comp is similar to a Tom Brady. That Tom Brady is cerebral in his pick. He's cerebral in his quarterbacking skills. Tom Brady knows how to pick apart a defense. Shedeur Sanders sees the defense the same way and is able to hit the ball, and his accuracy is his strong point. You can throw the flag all you want to. Shedeur Sanders right now, what's his comp? His comp is he knows how to read defenses. He is pinpoint accuracy. That's what Tom Brady does.
Greatest quarterback of all time.
I'm just talking at the high level. So you need
at the high level, he's the greatest quarterback of all time.
No, I'm talking about his attributes. So you need a certain things on your team to make Shedeur great. Just like you need certain things on your team to make Tom Brady great. So Shedeur's knocks, his not having athletic ability, is now putting him back where a lot of teams is falling away from him. That's all I'm saying.
He's not a burner as a runner, but the point is, as a pick and pop
Sanders
artist,
is much more
I would like to answer
athletic than Tom Brady.
He's definitely
not
athletic.
even close.
But that's not what his main attributes are though. His main attributes is accuracy and able to read defenses. It's intelligence is what I was talking about. It's not his athletic ability. It's more of his intelligence.
So my thing is this. First of all, listen, I know Tom Brady been mentoring him, but let's not go that far. Like
why can't we not compare people to Tom Brady?
Because he's the greatest quarterback
quarterback
of all time.
So he's uncomparable to anybody now.
Who you comparing him to?
I'm just saying in general.
Who's Tom
no.
Brady?
The point is that the reaction.
We talking about his mental acumen.
I'm saying that.
That's all.
So
all we talking about his mental acumen.
I'm not, bro.
No, y'all fell out. The air went out of y'all.
Yes, because you're comparing.
You compared
No,
to Tom
you want to know
Brady.
why? You want to know why?
Tom Brady.
Because let an NBA player come into the league and somebody say, you know, he plays like Michael Jordan. Y'all have a stroke.
Ant-Man does
He
it right
can
now.
never play like Michael Jordan.
Ant-Man
Oh my
plays like
God,
Mike.
how would you ever have somebody?
Ant-Man plays like Mike.
No, you can be
Stop it.
compared to him. The issue is living up to it. But if you have attributes that remind you of a certain player, so now you can't compare anybody to that one guy.
Okay, fine. Name me another quarterback that has very acute mental acumen that I can compare to then.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker.
No way. Okay, now the air's out the way.
So
Baker Mayfield.
I got your back, bro.
Baker
You
Mayfield
can
is
compare to Tom Brady
Baker
if you want
Mayfield.
to.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
That-
Baker
that's
Mayfield is
stupid.
literally high IQ.
He's a pick
high
and pop
accuracy. Everything you just said.
and a little bit of athleticism.
And a little bit of athleticism.
And Tom Brady's
You
got a
look at
statue.
Shedeur Sanders and says, you know who he reminds me of?
No,
The
no.
GOAT!
No, I said his mental acumen and his accuracy.
There's
Baker is not as accurate as Tom Brady. Shedeur is projected to be as accurate as Tom Brady.
Yes, okay.
That's it. That's all I was saying,
I will give you that. I will give you that. But to compare
Baker
him,
Mayfield completed 70% of his passes.
That's great.
that's phenomenal.
That is phenomenal.
That's not great.
That's great.
No, the issue.
Hold on. My bad. That was college. That was
70%?
college. I was looking at college.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield completed 63% of his
That's
passes.
still good.
No, I was right. Never mind. The Buccaneers first season. That last season, Baker Mayfield completed 71% of his passes.
threw for 4,500
yards, 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions.
That's great.
That was his greatest career. That was his greatest year ever.
His greatest year ever.
That's great. That's the number one pick.
So
And
so
Tom Brady,
Shedeur can't do that.
and Tom Brady
No.
has had years like that.
No,
so
you
why,
guys
so why
said-
is my take so different?
At some point,
Because
I want to
you
answer
dare
the
to
question.
compare to Tom Brady. You can compare if he looked like a duck.
Oh, okay.
Sound like a duck. You know what I'm saying?
For-
if he throws a certain way.
By the way, Tom Brady's never had a 71% completion season. So he had,
Oh no! What?
Uh,
I don't understand.
no, that's insane, bro.
so
So the point is that if you think he has accuracy,
You want to
what
know why?
want,
You want to know why Joel is capping on that?
What am I capping?
When they compared Caleb Williams to Patrick Mahomes, Joel said, "You're putting too much pressure on this young
Exactly.
man. There's no way
No,
that you can put that much pressure
No.
on this young man.
No.
Look at what Patrick Mahomes is doing in the league right now.
Here
He's
you
already
go.
got Super Bowls.
Here
We
you
can't
go.
put him that high."
you go.
I didn't say
now
that.
That's 100%
go.
what you
No,
said.
you're taking it out of context.
100% what you
I know I
said.
said that. What I'm getting at is that no, you're not gonna Rick James me this.
you just
No,
said it
I
yourself.
can't get the freaking words out of my mouth. What I'm talking about, what he's talking about, is that there's certain things or traits
Yeah.
in terms of you throw a certain way
Yeah.
or have a certain ability.
Right.
I'm not saying he's going to be on the same trajectory as that player. All I was saying was don't sit there and say that this man is the next Patrick Mahomes. Let him be Caleb Williams. If he runs a certain way like him, if he throws a certain way, that's reminding me of this guy. It's like saying like Trubisky reminded me of Steve Young because he was a running quarterback that like Steve Young did. I'm not saying he's going to be that guy, but there's certain things he does that reminds me of that. Jaden Daniels reminds me of Randall Cunningham. Skinny, wiry kind of guy. That I'm not saying he's going to be that guy. So there's nothing wrong saying that someone reminds you of Tom Brady. And my point even with Caleb was I'm not saying that he's going because the whole point was they're expecting him to act as Mahomes coming in game one. That's all I was getting at. Y'all not gonna play me.
So
Am I right, Drew?
You're 100%
So
right with that.
my whole thing, just to go back to
This conversation's
actually answering the question.
Yeah.
And how does this, by the way, impact the draft?
So I will give Joe this that Josh Allen draft. The reason why Baker went one was because one, Josh Allen was a project. Josh was a project.
Baker was a Heisman winning quarterback.
Lamar was a project. Baker was a finished product. So I'll give you that. But as it pertains to this question, it makes sense him going 3 because the other. Because you don't believe in any other quarterback, and Russ and Jameis are only there for the year. I've been seeing people say like, oh, he's been linked to, like Jalen Milroe has been linked to the Giants. Well, that's another project. The only thing is, I don't even know if Dayball got enough time to even.
That's
fix
what
that.
Russell Wilson's for.
So,
To give him time.
but even then. the reason why he's going at 3 is because a little bit earlier this week the Browns GM said, "Hey, Travis Hunter's like Ohtani." So that
they're gonna play it both ways.
That literally let me know.
Yeah.
Hey,
So that means Abdul Carter.
No.
4.
No, he's going 4. Abdul Carter's gonna go 4.
Or
Shedeur, literally, if you cut on the tape,
Who's going 2 then?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. Okay.
Travis is going 2. But no, it makes the most sense for them now to take Shedeur at 3 if you got the Browns GM saying like, "Hey, Travis Hunter's a unicorn," and the first person that's gonna play him both ways is the one that was gonna pick up Travis.
I
don't hate it because you playing for your future.
Here's my question with that though, right? We talk about Josh Allen was a project. Lamar Jackson was a project.
Shedeur's not a project?
Shedeur comes in and
he's
not I'm not gonna say he's a finished product, but I think he comes in as
sit behind Russ.
He will be. Right, he comes in as a quarterback who can kind of come in and I can get the football to my guys.
He's a day one starter in your opinion.
Well, you think he's like a Teddy Bridgewater?
I think he's a Teddy. I think he's a Teddy coming in. Now, if Teddy don't get hurt, that's what does Teddy end up becoming? Teddy, what, he snap his leg in half? Something?
He hurt his leg.
Yeah, Teddy was really.
I don't see him as a trepid quarterback. I don't think he sits back. Like Teddy was hesitant to make certain throws.
No, I'm just saying he's a Teddy in the sense of he can make an impact in his rookie year.
I think he sits and he sits behind and they have. That's what Russell Wilson's there for.
Brian Daboll gonna put that boy out there.
He'll be there week 4. He'll be playing week 14, 15, 16.
Nah, I don't think
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is just the NFL we in. You don't draft somebody 3rd overall and put them on the bench.
Yes, you do.
Who?
You can sit him.
Who?
That's why.
No,
that's why he's not going 3.
Daboll don't have time.
That's what Russell Wilson's for.
He doesn't go 3.
Tell me the last player that was drafted 3rd overall that they said plant your butt on that bench and learn how.
Trubisky. He wasn't supposed to start. Gotcha.
No, that's great.
He was drafted 2nd.
What week you play?
He ended up playing because Glennon sucked.
How many weeks did I say he was going to play?
What was the play? What did Pace say when he drafted Trubisky?
Yeah.
He's going to sit on the bench.
Sit and learn.
He's a project.
That's great.
So he was supposed to wait.
Who was in front of him?
It doesn't matter about when he played. He wasn't ready to play.
No. Stop. Because you saying that's what Russ is for, right? And then you brought you brought up the Mitch point, thinking that you was finna cook Pat, right? who was starting in front of Mitch?
Mike Glennon. That means
so we have Russ. He's Russ. No, because it's
Russ is way better than Mike Glennon.
Bro,
he's a bridge quarterback.
I think
Russell Wilson's 36 years old.
I think Ringo is saying they're not going to draft him 3rd overall.
They're not.
No.
They're not.
What are they going to do in the future? Then?
Shedeur is not going 3.
No, because
there's
and I think that's my point in all of this. If you draft Shedeur, it's cool, right? He's going to be solid.
Oh, also Michael Penix.
They're gonna
well down in the draft. Also played half the season.
They're gonna draft him.
He played at the end of the season.
No, Michael Penix played 6 games.
No, they're gonna draft him 3.
They're not.
I think they're going to
draft him.
I'm not going to draft him 3.
No.
They have to.
So you think they are going to draft him?
No.
When are they going to get another position to draft a quarterback at that high?
Because the Browns are taking Travis at 2.
So that's great.
So you think Shedeur is better than Abdul Carter?
We don't need Abdul Carter.
They need a quarterback.
Look at our.
So you do think they take him 3?
Yes, because we don't need Abdul Carter. Look at our defense.
Who is more of a generational talent?
Abdul Carter.
Look at our defensive line.
You do got a great defensive line.
They got a good
Look at our defensive line.
They just paid for.
We don't.
It's still, you can get all mad you want to. You can stop talking all you want to, but it's 4 blue chip players. It's 4 blue chip players in this draft,
and Shedeur's not one.
Shedeur's not one of them. So you can't take him at 3. You cannot
rather
pass
see y'all take
up,
Mason Graham.
Right, you cannot pass up a blue chip player for. Even though you're in need for a quarterback for Shedeur Sanders.
I'm not even mad. What I'm saying is this. My whole thing is this whole time you brought Daboll in, and then you're like, hey, okay,
fix Daniel.
We need you to fix Daniel Jones. okay, I did that. I partially got that man paid. I take
Ain't
about
partially. He got him paid.
Yeah, he got him
It's on
paid.
him.
Then after that, he literally told him, "All right, this is as far as I can take him." Your next option was to bring me Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, who are only going to be there for the year.
Yeah.
Bridge quarterback.
We already got a stacked defense.
Yeah, but
Like,
Dabo may not get the time to bridge the quarterbacks.
But you also have 3 other quarterbacks
Like-
that he can teach. That's why you guys link
Who?
to you
Who?
link to
Who?
Jake Milrow.
He does not
Let me
have.
finish.
He
Let me
doesn't
finish.
have
Let me
time.
finish. He does have time.
He does not
He
have
does.
time.
He does have the same 2 years because Shedeur is not going to come in.
They
Shedeur is not going to come in
They
and
literally
start.
say he does not have time. And you,
So what is so
They're
so
not bringing the head coach or the GM back if they lose this year. They already said this.
Then the new head coach and the new GM who said they're gonna want Shedeur, which means you doing the same
That
Bears
won't
thing.
matter.
So that's why they're not
That's
taking
my
3.
point.
I'm agree with you. That's why they're taking him 3.
No, but I think
agree with you.
they will F it up. I'm
think
just
they're
telling
taking
you,
him 3.
you shouldn't take him
Oh,
3.
100%
That's
we're
my
gonna mess
point,
it up.
because I think here's the thing. When you look at it, right, like the NFL is always going to go for top quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So if a better quarterback comes along, I'm going after that person.
Right.
Shedeur Sanders is not stopping that. So if we know that already,
Okay.
take a piece
You're gonna take your blue chip.
that is a blue chip piece.
Yes.
I hear you. When you
That's
got-
Cleveland.
No. You're not, no.
Who? That's getting Myles Garrett, and what has that really got you?
Yeah, I didn't say don't take a quarterback. I said take a piece that you know is going to be there for the long run,
But we've
for
seen-
the long haul. Shedeur Sanders don't get you nothing this year. You're going into this with Russell Wilson, with Jameis Winston
You had
anyway.
3 wins last year, bro.
Because you had Tony
Because
DeVito.
you had Tommy
Tommy
DeVito.
DeVito.
Hey,
Tommy's not the starter.
Listen. Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston can get the football to Malik Neighbors. They're going to win more this year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which affords you more time to be out
To
there.
develop
And that's when you went
him.
to the Jalen Milrow, you went to Tyler Shuck, and you went to the other guy. What's the other quarterback name?
What, Arch Manning next year?
No.
For next year? What are you
No,
talking
this year.
about? Oh, this year.
Jalen Milrow and Jackson Dart.
Jackson
Uh,
Dart.
Jackson
You
Dart. But-
potentially into those type of quarterbacks as because you can't pass up the blue chip. I don't care what they say, what they
And I'm
do.
going to be honest with you. If you talk about developing.
Shedeur is not the blue chip person.
And if you talk about developing a piece, get the blue chip and then get a developmental piece. You don't sit there and let your 3rd overall pick sit on the bench.
But
You
no,
don't
no.
sit there and let
It's happened though.
And I'm not even saying that y'all are wrong. My thing is with the and I'm not even saying that Drew's wrong, because Drew made valid points. Like some of the quarterbacks that are linked to the Giants are projects, and Dable he's not gonna have enough time to turn those guys around. So I think they're gonna mess it up by jumping the gun.
So
By the way, these are
'cause
the
we're
3rd
going
overall picks. Drake May, did he play?
He played.
half the season.
Will
half the
Anderson?
season. He was a project too.
He was. And they effed up.
I said he's gonna be it.
No.
They have, but Russell Wilson's a better bridge
yes,
quarterback.
But they effed up by not starting him. Because he clearly was the best quarterback of the quarterbacks out there the entire time.
maybe it just took him 6 weeks to figure it out. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Will Anderson, did he start?
Yes.
Okay. Derek Stingley, did he start?
Yes.
Trey Lance, did he start?
No.
Yes, because he died.
I've seen a lot of quarterbacks not start, bro.
That's because he died. Trey Lance
No, he
died.
did not die.
No, he didn't start.
He
off rip.
didn't
played
start.
He played 2 games
He
and he
didn't start
died.
off rip.
He played 2
He
games.
played 2 games and died.
I think he died in the
broke
second
his
game.
leg.
I know.
I think he died in the second game.
I thought he played his rookie year. Or I thought he
Yes.
sat.
No.
No, because quarterback in front of him died.
Yeah, that was Jimmy G.
Jimmy G. No, actually, Jimmy G got benched for him. So
Yeah.
same
Right.
situation as
he played suspect the first game and broke his leg in the second.
Yeah, it was quick.
And then he was cooking the Bears.
And then the
He
same
was
thing-
cooking the Bears.
first-
Yeah, and then the next
game,
game he
yeah.
broke his foot.
First game it was raining.
Jeff Okudah, did he play?
Yes, he did. but
Quentin
he-
Williams, did he
but
play?
He was bad. Yes.
Sam Darnold, did he play?
We're talking about quarterback.
Okay, quarterback. Sam Darnold's a quarterback. Did he play?
Sam Darnold played, but
Right away.
He played
He went
right
to the
away, but
Jets and they
that
sucked.
Matt Ryan, did he play?
yes.
Okay. By the way, I'm all the way back at 08 now. Vince Young, did he start?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you talking that dude? We talking. There's
Talking
guys
about the
that
third
say-
overall pick
third
for teams.
overall
that
pick.
need quarterback.
It's a first round quarterback, top 10 pick.
honestly, top 5 most of the times. We're
Yeah.
gonna talk most of the
Are
times.
going to
top
play.
top 5 are going to play, and I don't think Shedeur starts.
It's asinine
I
to
don't
think
think-
you're
I
not
don't-
going to
I'm
play
not
him.
Shedeur
saying.
starts
What did I
over
say? He
Russ.
probably plays at the end of the year.
No, he's going to
He's
play.
gonna play
6
if they
games
get
into
him.
the
Okay,
season.
how does this impact the draft?
The Giants shouldn't
How
take
does
it.
this benefit the Bears?
The Giants shouldn't
that's
take
not
him.
this show.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
The Giants
I
shouldn't
gotta
take him.
switch it around.
The Giants shouldn't take him. That's
I'ma be
that's
honest,
my
it
take
doesn't
before we move
impact the
on.
draft.
That's before we move on. The Giants shouldn't take him.
Well, now because
yeah,
Abdul
I-
Carter was talking about going 2, and now it looks like he might go 4,
Well,
which means Will Campbell might drop, which
he-
means
He's gonna
Everybody drops, but nobody gets out.
he's gonna go 4 because of the simple fact when the Browns GM was like, "Hey,
yes, I heard. Yes, I get that.
Travis
Travis Hunter 2.
It's a wrap. He's going 2.
If Shedeur goes 3, which means that now Abdul Carter probably
Abdul
goes
Carter
4.
goes 4.
He goes to
Who's 4? Who's at 4 now?
Patriots.
Abdul Carter goes 4. Good
That's
pickup.
ugly.
So
Good
5th
pickup.
is the
Him and
Jaguars,
Ray-
right?
Ray-
The Jags.
him
They
and-
take
him with
Mason
Ray-
Graham.
Do they take Mason Graham? Do
Yeah.
they take
Him
Will
with
Campbell?
Ray-
Do they
They
take
take
left
Mason
tackle?
Graham.
No,
They take Mason Graham.
they take Mason Graham.
Ugh.
6 is
Still Genty.
Raiders.
is the
Raiders.
Raiders.
They still probably
That's-
take
that's
Genty.
Genty.
So Will Campbell
Seven
dropping.
is the
Will
So
Jets.
Will
Campbell.
Campbell's dropping.
No.
Yeah, no, 7 is
Seven is the Jets.
7 is Will Campbell.
7 is Will Campbell.
7 is
Yeah, he's not getting out. Like none of
I'm
the
not-
blue
just-
chip pieces are getting out.
So that means Mason Graham might fall there.
no, Mason
No, he
Graham
said
going to
Wilson.
the Jaguars. They gonna take.
Oh,
him to
they're
the
8.
Jaguars.
Yeah, no, they're
they're
5.
They're 5.
Yeah. But even my point in all of this is the only thing that's gonna change is the Panthers may trade their pick, the Saints may trade their pick, the Bears may trade their pick. That's what we've been talking about this whole time.
Possibly.
Nothing changes. Like I don't think Shedeur going
I
there
think it does change.
because I never believed Shedeur was getting outside the top 10. I didn't think that New Orleans was gonna let him.
Well, that's
get
the thing.
past
That's
them.
what I'm saying. If he was going, because New Orleans, I think it just changed the draft
I
because
think that the quarterback getting hurt just changed that.
Well-
Because the
Well,
Saints
that's what I'm saying.
quarterback.
I
or
think
the
New
Saints
Orleans
move
would've
up.
took him.
Who knows? But the idea is that if he goes 3, that does shift a lot in my opinion.
Hey,
shift,
why?
SHIFT.
Appreciate
All
it.
right, all right.
Let us know how you guys feel, man, in the comments below. We talked about this way
Yeah,
too
we
long.
sure
That's how we
did.
always do. We get in a
Touch point.
debate.
It's a touch point.
That was a touchy situation.
Like touching the eyeball.
Let's keep it going, man.
Good,
Let's keep it going.
good points though. Good
Yeah,
points.
good point. Except that Tom Brady. That was some
Oh
bullshit.
yeah.
It was not.
That was not.
If you're
That was
an
not.
intellectual
Wow.
quarterback,
That was some
you
bullshit.
If you're intellectual, you can be compared to Tom Brady.
Yeah, all right.
Just in that one aspect.
Hey, y'all let me know if you can
Okay.
compare quarterbacks to Tom Brady
Can
coming
you
out the
load,
draft.
number 2, the playoffs?
Let's talk about the NBA playoffs here because the playoff
I made
picture
one. I
is
just made
coming together. The Chicago Bulls are out. The Sacramento Kings are out. So every Bull that could have been a Bull at any point this season out. But no, man. NBA playoffs getting underway. I mean, I don't think it matters on either side what happens in the Western Conference Finals or the Eastern Conference Finals. I have both teams effectively handling business, both number 1 seeds effectively handling business. But when you look at where this thing is at right now, OKC waiting for the winner of the Kings and the Mavericks. And let's start there. Let's start in the West because the West is more fun than the East. Kings, Mavericks, what's your prediction?
I got. Wait, didn't they? You said Kings match, right?
I'm sorry, Mavs, Grizzlies. I apologize.
Oh, you know what? Give me the Mavs.
All right.
I'm not mad. Mavs
Give me
against
the
the
Mavs.
Kings, right?
No, it's Mavs against the Grizzlies.
I'm taking the Mavs.
What? I thought it was just
You on the one inside, Joe.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, Mavs, Grizzlies.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
There you go. Yep.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, give me give me the Mavs too. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you. Give me the Mavs too. They get clapped by OKC, but I'll take the Mavs right there.
Yeah.
Joe, what you got?
I'll go with the Mavs.
Yeah, you like that? You like? I think AD's the best player on the floor in that series.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, if they're healthy,
I think AD's the best player on the floor.
I think they're just an underrated team with the
I don't know
health.
about that.
No, I mean that's a good team. They just need to be healthy.
Yeah,
And I think they would have done better throughout the season.
yeah.
Yeah.
He said it's loaded.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Drew, what you got?
I'm actually. It depends on Ja's ankle. If it's
Ja's ankle is gonna be interesting.
right. If it's back healed, then I'm going to take Memphis. But if he's out, then the Mavs sneak into the 8th seed.
Yeah, I'm with that. Heat Hawks. Who you got, Ringo? Just say it quick. I ain't got time for this. There's no way y'all lose to the Hawks. Y'all lose to the Hawks, I'm laughing in your face.
I'm going with the Heat.
Yeah, I figured. I got the Heat too.
I'm
not gonna lie to you. I think the Heat actually compete a little bit when we get there. Who you got, Drew?
I'm sorry, I was loading something.
Heat Hawks.
Heat Hawks. Oh, I'm gonna go for the Heat.
Yeah, I'm not a Trae Young.
I'm taking the Hawks.
Taking the Hawks. You think Trae Young gets it done?
I think this is gonna be a pause moment for y'all. Miami shot they load against the Bulls.
That was crazy. That was fucking nuts. Yeah, that was insane. Yeah. Was it a big one?
It was because they beat us by a lot.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Full
Crazy
circle.
work right there.
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. You ain't lying. Let's look at these round one matchups as we've got this now, because I think this is interesting. When you get to the playoffs here now, you're looking at the first round. I mean, OKC over the Mavs, right?
Yeah.
We don't even have to do an in-depth breakdown on that. Do y'all think the Mavs even get a game in that?
I'll give them a game.
I don't think the Mavs get a
I
single.
can't give him the game.
You don't give Anthony Davis any credit?
Nah.
No.
I think he don't have enough people there. Kyrie's gone. DG is banged
you-
up. Clay is old.
You got Max Christian and Klay Thompson.
Yeah, you taking L's on that one.
I got you.
That's gonna be bad for you. Drew, what you got?
Sorry, sorry. I was figuring some stuff out there. What'd you say?
OKC versus the
Mavs.
Versus the Mavs.
Oh, OKC all day.
Yeah, I got 4.
OKC all day. It's not even close.
I got 4 on that one.
I want to say this. That's like that's a sweep.
Yeah. I'm 4-0 with it. I don't think that's even a competitive series. Bucks take on the Pacers. Oh, I'm sorry. We stayed in the West Coast first here. Clippers versus the Nuggets.
Nuggets.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
You gonna go against Jokic?
Give me the Clippers.
Really?
When Kawhi Leonard is on the floor, cover your ears, Joel.
Uh-oh.
He plays just like Michael Jordan.
I knew that was coming, you jerk.
No,
What are you doing? What are you doing? I can play like Michael Jordan.
When Kawhi Leonard is on the floor, though, he's one of the best players in history. He's had a healthy season here. I watched that man in that like 2 games before the to figure out kind of that final season. Was that versus the Warriors?
Yeah.
To figure out the final seeding?
Yeah.
Last game of the season, actually. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, there's not a single person on this floor that can even slow him down. Like, there's nobody on the floor right now that even can step in front of him. And you're going to have Michael Porter Jr. guarding that man.
I mean, to me,
Kawhi may average 40 in this series.
I guess it just depends on how much gas you got in the tank, because it's like a lot of times, he the type that goes off and then it's like phantom injury and then he's done, and it's like
I mean, it'd be
greatest
real injuries. He like rips his knee apart.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like crazy
about
stuff that
phantom.
just but it's a weird injury. It's like
Yeah.
he's done. It's like oh well.
Well,
Coulda,
injury.
woulda, shoulda.
I'm saying because he has been healthy this season, he's played pretty much healthy the whole season. I think injury wise, I'm not wishing it on him. I think the Clippers are one of the most dangerous teams in all of this.
Oh, they are.
Of course they
are.
lose in the Western
Health.
Conference Finals.
No,
how it's gonna go.
Man, I got
You
them.
think
If they
James
healthy,
Harden and Kawhi are finals team this year?
I think Kawhi takes him. I think
James
Kawhi
Harden,
takes
like,
him.
They gonna run
If he stays healthy, they're the sleeper team in the West.
Bro, Kawhi's so
Run the
different.
gas.
I think give me the Clippers, but not because of Kawhi, because of James Harden. James Harden absolutely been hooping.
Yeah.
And we
James
just
is suspect. James is suspect.
This
Playoffs is different,
and
dog.
you know I'm
James
full with
still one of the best point guards in the league.
You know,
He
you
is,
know
but
I'm
the
full with
playoffs,
James.
you are who you are.
Every
Oh yeah, he
playoffs.
don't disappear, but he also not shooting as much.
Yeah,
Every
just-
playoff. That's
yeah,
why I say it
that's-
all depends on Kawhi.
You know I'm full with James like that, but James been hooping, and I feel like them 9 Jokic minutes when he go to the bench, man.
Yeah, it's gonna get spooky real quick. I got
It's
this.
gonna get
I ain't even
tough.
gonna lie to you. I
Give
got
me
this
the
4-1.
Clippers,
4-1,
winning
like
Clippers.
Oh
4-1.
no, I got 4-2.
And it's the bench minutes. It's the bench minutes.
It's the bench minutes definitely. But I got a 4-2.
Literally the on-off numbers when Jokic is not on the court are like,
Oh,
we about to lose this
terrible.
game by a lot.
Yeah.
And then Jokic come back on and is like, we can
Yeah,
win this by
that's
2 because he got to climb back out of the hole.
It depends. If you get Jamal Murray from the bubble, then it's competitive.
Yeah, Bubble Murray would make a difference. Even so, though, the bench is just it's not there.
The
It's
team
the
is
reason they
broken
fired
right
him.
now.
And they just fired their coach.
Right, I was gonna say.
Like, yeah, you going up against Ty Lue versus a coach that ain't never even been in this situation. Like, nah, give me.
He was on the team last year. That coach
He's on the
last
team.
year.
He ain't coaching.
Yeah.
I ain't got to come up with the scheme versus Ty Lue.
Where this point?
Lakers Timberwolves 3-6 matchup. Who you got?
Lakers and 5.
Hey,
Oh, y'all some Shannon Sharp
Hey,
folks
listen.
in here. Lakers on 5. Shannon Sharp.
It's
Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man,
I think
my Aunt Shirley.
I think
Lakers and 5. Nah, but seriously, I'm gonna tell you why I got the Lakers though, and I'm gonna say this again. Julius Randle at some point
Yeah,
got to play basketball. I never trusted Julius Randle even when he was
since
on
he
the
got
Knicks.
drafted.
Like,
when he was on the Lakers.
Ringo is Julius Randle #1 hater, and he be right.
Nah, bro.
And he be right.
He likes to play free basketball.
Yeah.
He got to play basketball at some point. I know Ant-Man's gonna show. Ant-Man is gonna do
Yep.
what Ant-Man do. I get him a game, but I don't trust Julius Randle. Julius Randle got to
I
show
agree
up.
with you. And I tell you who's definitely not going to show up is that old French bastard. Who you got in this series?
I gotta go with the Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Minnesota is going to be. They're not the same team, and it's a shell of what they were before.
It's so crazy.
And they're going to fall. I think they're just going to. I see an implosion to a degree. Like
Yeah.
it's just not going to handle it.
Drew, what you got?
I'm going on the upset.
I'm here for it. I hope so.
I'm on for the upset.
Listen, I hope so.
I'm on for the upset.
You want to know why I hope so?
I want the smoke because Ant-Man, if he wants to be great, this is his series to show out.
Slay LeBron.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm all
He
for
did
it.
that already.
No, I'm saying take
No.
him out of the playoffs.
He
Don't
did that
don't
already.
give him. I'm saying this. Don't give him any more hope for
Didn't he
the
knock them out of the
that was
play-in?
KD.
Didn't he knock them out of the play-in?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Didn't they knock them out the play-in the year they got in? First year they got in? I might be tweaking on that.
I don't remember.
I don't
Either way, take LeBron out. I'm fine with that.
No, I didn't even take LeBron out. I just like Ant-Man, I want him to. He says he's ready to take the next step. I'm all for it.
I don't see. I just think that they dropped off. Right.
Hey,
they went from being what were they number 2 or number?
They was number 2 for them, number 3.
Yeah. Now
number
they
3
dropped
for
to
a while.
6. But you know what? The records are all kind of close, anyways. But I just see them. I would like Minnesota to win. I just see that. I don't think they're going to pull it off.
Yeah. I think Luka and LeBron are together. They are two of the smartest players in the NBA.
Hey, remember when everybody said they wasn't gonna be able to play together?
Yeah,
No, that was only one person that said that.
That was stupid.
That was only like one person.
I don't even know who said it.
It was TikTok with us.
Oh, TikTok. I can see
Oh,
that.
so
I
that's
can
how
see
young
that.
people stuff.
I can see that.
That's young people
Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. I think this is the best series of the entire matchup.
I'm not rooting against Jimmy and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll with my dogs. I
Yeah.
love Golden State.
Yeah, I'm going to Golden State on the upset.
I think. Oh no, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say I think I got Golden State on the upset only because and Blake Griffin was talking about this. Understanding the playoffs matters. Nobody on the Rockets has been there except Fred VanVleet, and the only time that he really had to guard Steph was one time in Toronto when he was 26. This is not 26-year-old Fred VanVleet no
It's
more.
not.
And Stephen Curry is still moving like 26-year-old Stephen Curry.
And I'm taking the Warriors only because the Rockets only have one glorified scorer.
Yeah, but you know what? I think as a team, the Rockets play really well together. Asur Thompson is going to be Amon Thompson is going to be dominant defensively. He's going to shut an entire person down. Now maybe that's Jimmy Butler where it doesn't matter as much, right? Because you've got Jimmy on the defense, you've got Jimmy on the other end of the ball. Yeah, but you got a lot of people that can score. Where I think it gets spooky is Draymond on Şengün.
Who can score on the Rockets besides Jalen Green?
Alperen Şengün.
Yes.
He ain't putting up enough to win though. He puts up 20.
They the second seed in the West, dog. They winning.
No, but they win it. They win it.
They
but
a top 5 offense in the West in the NBA.
What? What's
Like
going
they putting up enough to win, dog.
but not since they're not putting up the same numbers as the Warriors are putting up since they got Jimmy. So yeah.
I gotta check that.
The Warriors. Steph is averaging another 5 points a game since Jimmy's got there. Steph on a mission in playoffs, and the Rockets got questionable scoring outside of Jalen. I'm taking the Warriors.
I got the Warriors. It's going 6 though. I feel like
I got this as a 6-game series. This will be a.
I feel like it's going.
I can see 7 winning. This is gonna be competitive
because they're going to put. Because I don't think Imay's gonna play around. I think they're gonna put a man on Steph, and basically he's like, hey, this is your matchup, and I think they're gonna go back and forth. I think late in game, I trust Jimmy and Steph more than I do over anybody on the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the ace in the hole, and it depends on
That's
how
hilarious.
Kirk plays.
The Bulls were the 6th best scoring team since the All-Star break. That's hilarious.
I think it's Kuminga. Kuminga is going to be the ace in the hole. If he shows up to play, then that is going to be the reason why, because Jimmy's going to do Jimmy, Steph going to do Steph. But if you get Kuminga to play and give you 15, 18 off the bench, then that changes the whole. But he's a starter.
Şengün got to go up against Draymond. I think that's gonna be hell.
But that's a starter.
The Warriors did score more than the Rockets, but it's 1 point.
1 point's a win.
1 point is a win. 1 point is a win.
Yeah. 1 point to win.
A win is a win.
So we're gonna. What's the East?
Yeah. I mean, listen. I think that's first round matchups there in the West. I think it's some of them series gonna get spooky. I ain't gonna lie to you. Eastern Conference right now. We got the play-in tournament. You got Miami getting the dub.
Yeah.
Miami versus the Cavs.
I'm gonna rock with the. Oh,
I'll take a game. I'll get them a game. I get them a game just because it's my team. But for Cavs 4-1.
Cavs and 5.
Cavs
and 5.
yeah.
I'm gonna
give the Cavs some respect. Yeah.
I'm gonna give the Cavs a sweep.
I'm not going to get a Cavs a sweep because Spo's a great defensive.
Yeah.
I'll actually say this.
They ain't got enough guards.
Spo in a series is so good and so difficult to coach against. I think this goes 6.
I don't, because who's going to guard
Mitchell?
Mitch. Yeah.
Davion Mitchell.
Then who's going to guard Garland? Because he gonna smoke. He gonna
Tyler
smoke Hero.
Tyler Hero.
He gonna smoke Hero.
I didn't say what. But Tyler. But he also can't guard Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Neither of them can guard Tyler Hero.
So that
You're probably putting Isaac Okoro on Tyler Hero, which is gonna leave other guys open. Other guys have to step up. And as weird as it is to say, it's kind of what the Heat do best.
Hey, and
this is a game that's right in their ballpark.
And I'm not
saying they don't get beat.
You talking about being an underdog?
Being an underdog and going in and Spo coming up with some defensive scheme that just F's everything up. And all of a sudden you sitting
if they had Jimmy, yes. Without Jimmy, I say no sweep.
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't be here without Jimmy. And yet they went on a run at the end of the season, get into the play-in. Like,
you give them a game.
I feel like this will be a good big man matchup, though. I mean, you got Jared Allen, Khalil Ware.
This is a series that to me actually speaks to what they're begging for.
Bam on Mobley, but it's like
Bam on Mobley,
it's like we talked about last week.
Slap your daddy.
I'm gonna show you how to slap you. It's really gonna show how tough really are the Cavs big men. Like, is this just for show?
Not Jared Allen tough. But Evan Mobley, I don't know if he is. But Jared Allen tough.
So we're going to see.
Hooping all year.
Mobley been hooping.
All year.
Yeah, but the difference is when you play Miami do a lot of this.
Yeah.
That's a different game than what you used to. Oh, dang it. 4-5 matchup is Pacers versus the Bucks. Who you got?
Pacers. Same like last year. Pacers.
Bucks.
Yeah, you just root against the Pacers.
Dame
is cleared though.
It's not even about going against the Bucks. The way the Pacers, they keep the same pace all throughout the game. The Bucks are they want to slow it down. The Bucks just want to slow it down.
Yeah.
And unless Giannis has a completely out of body experience, they're not gonna beat them. I got Pacers in 6.
I got Bucks in 6 because there's nobody on the Pacers that can guard Giannis, and if Dame actually is healthy,
they say he's supposed to play.
There's nobody on the Pacers that can guard Dame.
Yeah, no, Bucks gonna win.
I have Bucks in 6.
I
don't think the Bucks. I don't think the Bucks go to the NBA championship. But there's literally no one on the other side that can guard either one of those players.
I will say it is tough to play the Pacers in the playoffs though.
The Pacers in the playoffs,
I'm taking Bucks in 7.
Yeah. Bucks in 7. You got I got Bucks in 6. Which is a great series. I hope we get some great first round series. I hate when it's just like, all right, let's just get through these guys and then get to the ones that actually matter. Then all of a sudden you in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, like, well, that was boring.
Yeah.
We got through that fast. Knicks versus Detroit.
Ooh,
This is a matchup.
fight.
This is a
Dog
matchup,
fight.
boys.
I expect some people getting
it's going to be some
out.
fights. Yeah,
thrown
Thibs.
out.
I think the Knicks
Thibs
can
is the one. Thibs gets in the fight at half court.
I think the Knicks can do their thing. I don't think Detroit is ready for that yet. New York, I'm gonna go New York.
Detroit some thugs.
I'm not gonna
They
lie.
not thugs. This ain't the bad boys.
Okay,
Hey, Detroit some
okay.
thugs.
Here we
Detroit
go.
some thugs, bro.
Nah, I got Detroit, bro. I got
Detroit? Wow.
I got Detroit.
I don't know if I got Detroit.
I think first of all, nobody's really stopping doing to me. If Cat shows up,
Cat been showing up though. Hey, put some respect on Cat name.
Cat been showing
Cat been
up.
showing up on both ends.
Listen,
Oh my God!
it took me. Oh my God, that's a foul!
He's so wild on the
my
court, bro.
God.
Every time I hear him, just every foul.
Oh my God,
I'm
that's a foul! Nah, but
Get up!
no, but seriously, if I think this is going to signify the arrival officially
Oh.
of Cade Cunningham. Like I think Cade Cunningham is one of the best, and then like you gonna have to go to the Garden for 2 games.
Yeah.
The Pistons got the right amount of vets with the right amount of toughness. And then you also have the other caveat has Tibbs played his starters too long?
I mean, that's every year with every caveat. Hey, Thibs done been to the ECF.
The only reason the Knicks don't necessarily win is if they all end up getting injured like last year. They had a good squad.
You're right.
That's usually what happens to all his teams. They run
Detroit
like
is
tires.
nice.
They're like a serpentine belt.
Detroit is nice, but
Detroit is nice.
Detroit is scared of the Knicks.
I don't think so.
They are. Let me finish. They're scared of the Knicks because let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Detroit is scared of the Knicks because Detroit are blocking out the ticket sales for the Knicks fans to take over.
Yeah.
Because the Knicks fans take over, they're going to pump the Knicks up to be able to sneak 1 or 2 on Detroit's on the floor. And so the Knicks are going to win. So that's why I say Knicks. Knicks are 6.
This is why I think that's a different situation, right? Like when Chicago ended up doing that for a little while with hockey with the Blues. I'm sorry. When the Blues did it for a little while with the Hawks, I should say. I said it backwards. Or like New York would do it with the Hawks, right? There's certain cities that it don't make sense to do that because your citizens have the money to go to this game. Detroit is kind of in a situation here, especially in Detroit or with the Michigan people, where you still got a lot of blue collar people there trying to get tickets to this game. You dealing with the top people in New York that can go out there and spend money to go to a playoff game like it's nothing. I think this is more, and it is just the first sale. It's when the tickets first go on sale. Get a blue-collar folks a chance to go to a playoff game that they haven't seen.
That makes sense.
When's the last time the Pistons was in the playoffs? Blake?
Yeah.
Blake and D Rose?
That's a couple years ago.
No, it's
Few.
Blake. It's
It's a
Blake.
few.
That's 2016.
It's Blake because Blake.
That's almost 10 years ago, bro.
Hey, bro, it's a few years.
Yeah, Blake blew his knee out.
Blake blew his knee out. Yeah,
Blake
like
blew his knee
I mean, like I think this is literally give Pistons fans the best chance to get into the building and support their team.
I think it's scared.
And then you have to open it up, right? That's what the Blues used to do. And Blackhawks fans still will go in there and kick the crap out of them and take over the stadium. So I do have the Knicks winning this. I do have Knicks in 7.
I got Knicks in
2018.
I got
They were
Knicks
in
in
the
6.
playoffs 28. That's a couple years back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 6 years ago.
That's a long time.
Knicks in 6.
Trust me, it's somebody who's been a while.
Do we even need to say the 2-7?
Yeah, Boston in 4.
Boston, yeah. I think they sweep
Boston
them.
in 4.
Boston in sweep.
Boston in 4.
Not even a gentleman's sweep.
No.
Not even a gentleman's
Hey,
sweep.
Boston in 3. Orlando 4th is the last game. Hey, let's talk about this play-in tournament and react to some of the games. First off, I really only want to react to one. The Bulls got they trash clapped It's not even worth talking about. The Kings are the Bulls. It's not even worth talking about, right?
That was competitive for about 3 quarters.
They were down by 24
Did we watch
at the
the same
beginning
game?
of the third.
Okay, 2 quarters.
I'm about to say.
It was competitive for a while. It was competitive for a little while.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
for a little while.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the only game. By the way,
that was
Anthony
a great
Davis.
game.
Anthony
That was a
Davis.
great
Anthony Davis, one of the greatest lines of all
Yeah,
time.
that's-
When you beat somebody, he said, yeah. Y'all want to talk all that trash? He talking to the fans. He said, yeah. I know y'all lost though, right? Yeah, I know y'all lost. Hey, you might want to beat the traffic. That's a great line. But the Warriors beating the Grizzlies. First off,
Great game.
I thought this was a phenomenal game.
Great game.
Desmond Bain.
We were texting in the group chat at the end of the game. I think if Ja doesn't hurt his ankle right, this could be a different game. But the one thing that I will say is,
I don't know.
the one thing I will say is, it was a 30-15 free throw discrepancy with about a minute and a half left. By the end of that game, it was 30-24. You know what I mean? Like the refs was helping at the end of that game. There were phantom calls on Gary Payton
fouls
the second.
that did not happen.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe some of the foul calls we were getting here. But my favorite part of this game is there's a play where and it really shows, number one, how long these mugs been playing together, and number two, how good of a relationship you got to have with somebody. There's a part where ball is getting moved around. They kick it out to Draymond in the corner. Draymond pulls a 3, misses the whole rim. Hits the floor. It goes on. Steph came up to him after the play and said, yeah, I don't think we really want to get that action on that play. You might just want to pass that to me on that. Bro. When Draymond said that after the game, bro, he was like, that's not really the shot we want to get in that moment. We don't want that action. You probably just need to pass that basketball to me. As a hooper, your pride gotta be so locked in with your unit. Hey, bro, I gotta be so locked in with you for you to come up to me and say, hey, yeah, that was horrible. You should never do that again. You just passed me the ball and I
played
get
together
out of
for
here,
years.
bro.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Bro, listen. That was a wide open 3 in the corner.
Hey.
There was nobody within 15 feet of Draymond.
It was it was an open shot too.
Hey, look, it does happen. And sometimes you airball. But the audacity for you to come up to me when I'm wide open, standing in the corner by myself, 4-3 to say, hey, listen, we just really don't want to see you
Sit
get
this
that
one
shot.
out, champ.
You probably shouldn't be shooting. I'm the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
You just shouldn't be in this game.
And then
right
proceeded to score the next 10 points.
Hey, they went on the run, bro. It was like,
hey, that's when the Major League. Who is this guy?
bro.
Don't let him shoot.
Right. Bro, when I saw that, I said, they locked in like this. Like, it's probably 2 people in the world that can say that to Draymond. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Kevin Durant wasn't one of them. He crashed out on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he did.
For that same thing. He's like, hey, Dre, why don't you pass me that ball on that, man? I was wide open on that. No, you shut up. Get off my team. We're going to go win another championship. What just happened?
Bro, it was nuts because right after he said that, that's why I'm leaving anyway.
That's why I'm leaving anyway. Oh, but no, this game was great, man. I thought this was hilarious. That the
best game
I
so
thought
far.
that situation was hilarious. It was. And listen, the Warriors are just a better team overall. I think that's why we have the Warriors as a sleeper team in this upcoming series. But the Grizzlies right now. First off, your boy Zach Edey down the stretch was just. I felt like Zach.
I don't want to hear about
He was a
Zach.
vacuum cleaner.
Bro, Zach was having
I
like.
don't want to hear about him. Okay.
Zach was having so many moments, which I felt like they were steak worthy. He was having so many moments where I was like, this mug is actually on a solid run. Like he was defending Jimmy Butler really well, and then like he would go on like 10 play stretches where it was like, I don't think he knows he's supposed to be on a basketball court right now. Like
He figured it out, man. I believe in it. I thought Zachy. I was happy to see him be a contributor. That's why I thought he should at least average 10 points a game.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now: the fact that he didn't grab that last rebound, I don't know how much contributing you gonna get away with. Like that's crazy. That ball hit him in both hands.
No, it was somebody else too.
And Gary, I think it was Gary Payton II, snatched it out of his hand. It was like, hey, bro,
yeah,
this is all you do.
No, who was it?
Gary
Somebody.
Payton
No, who was it? No, the guy that
blocked the
didn't
shot.
inbound the ball properly, got the 5 seconds. No, the other guy. I'm saying the other guy.
Santi Aldama.
Yeah, he jacked up the game. They kind of melted down.
That was Steph.
Hey.
That was Steph actually playing some good out of bounds defense.
No. That was a moment where you looked at the floor and said, "This is where you miss Taylor Jenkins." Because I watched that last play like 7 times.
Yes, agreed.
I hate all of the action on it. So the screen comes from – it's not even a screen for Ja. Jaren Jackson is at the top of the key.
It's a flash.
Ja comes underneath, but he don't go over. He comes under.
And runs right
And
into the guy.
essentially is not in the play because he's right
into the guy.
behind Stephen Curry.
Right.
Keep running, go to the corner. I don't know why you stopped there, but maybe that's how the play was drawn up. The play design, at least how I see it, was you had a flash down in the paint for an easy bucket if you needed that. Santi didn't like that because it was who was down there? It was
smooth and open.
What's his name? Luck. Not Luck. Post was down there, and he had it covered well. The other option on the play was to throw it across the court to Desmond Bane, which it seemed like that's where the action was trying to actually go to, coming off of the screen, gets off of the screen, but Jimmy Butler's over there playing free safety. I'm not throwing that pass.
No.
Y'all not putting this on me?
No.
Like, I'm not launching this halfway across the court with Jimmy Butler playing free safety in the middle. Like, that was the part for me where it was like,
It was coach.
oh, that was a
error.
horrible play call.
It was a coach error.
And Taylor Jenkins doesn't draw that up.
He doesn't. You're right. It was a coach error. If they'd had a better inbound play, they would at least got a shot up, but it just didn't. You're right 100% on that one. That was a coach's error.
That was bad, and then you end up fouling.
It was just a coach that has not been in that situation before, first time in the playoffs, and he just did not have the acute knowledge to drop a play.
That man came with that Darvin Ham. Figure it out.
Hey,
just hold the board up and figure it out on it.
We've been playing great. I like what y'all doing. Salute.
That's a real coaching up.
Come on, man.
That's a real coach. Is
man.
Darvin Ham the Flus of the NBA?
No, I won't say that bad.
Hey, bro, he wasn't that bad.
Nah.
He wasn't that bad win-loss wise. But bro, some of that coaching, bro, that man literally looked LeBron James in his eye and said, "Hey, I like the active hands, man. Y'all been playing a heck of a game. Salute."
And we out on that one.
So we had a timeout.
What's the play?
We need a play. Like, what are you doing right now? Bro, by the end of the season, LeBron was drawing it up. Jokic is doing it. After they fired Malone, Jokic was like, give me the clipboard. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this, bro. Let's finish it out with this final topic, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. The NBA playoffs has been phenomenal. But the one thing that I think is a hot topic right now in the world, and hit that like button if you have not done so, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. The one thing that right now is just a hot topic in the world is NIL. It's the biggest conversation in sports right now. And you gotta look at some of these NIL situations. I don't know if y'all saw this, and I know we're gonna talk about what's his last name? It is hilarious. I think it's like Ali.
Nico Iamaleva, something like that.
No, it's literally like I am a leaving.
Yeah, I am a leave you.
I am a leave you or something like that.
Iamaleva, I think.
You should have knew that he was
Excellency
leaving.
quarterback.
Yeah.
But I don't know if y'all saw this. Baylor has to replace their entire basketball team.
No.
Because of NIL. 9 of their 15 players have entered the transfer portal. Because they're
basketball or football?
Basketball.
Okay.
Well, that'd be nuts. You got to replace your whole football team, 53 people. Well, it's not. What is college? Like 70-something people.
We need a new team.
Yeah,
But you know,
so we got a problem.
You know what? This is all
Like
the NCAA's fault, though. If you gave all the players a stipend in the beginning because you just couldn't seem to do it in the first place, and then they're saying like this is the Wild Wild West. There's no contracts, there's no restrictions, there's no cap. So these guys are like doing whatever they want to do, and so now it's basically ruining the fact that like, look, you have every right because these players are playing. Like you've heard the stories over the years of guys that don't make it to the NBA or NFL, and they have like career-ending injuries, and they have nothing. So it's like you have to get your money because I'm playing for free. It reminds me of Chris Webber. He said, "I'm sitting there." You know, I have barely any money in my pocket, and I look up and my jersey sales is going for $150 or $200, and I don't get $1 of that.
Yeah.
And so you're mad because you get to pimp me, as a player, but then I can't make anything back. I'm asking for a free lunch or something for the. I'm doing you guys a favor.
Can't even get $20.
This is where it irritates me, and this is where it needs to go. And for some reason, because you still want to keep the student moniker, because I don't believe that NIL is ruining college sports. I do believe that how it's currently set up is ruining college sports, and that to me is on the NCAA to fix, or on the colleges to fix. You want to keep the student moniker, so it's like we've got amateur sports players. No, you don't. You have professionals.
Yeah.
You are paying these people to come to your school and play sports.
It's capitalism.
Give them
at its finest.
contracts.
It's capitalism at its finest.
Give them contracts. You want to come to this school? We will
can't.
pay you $4 million. I will sign you to a 2-year deal. In the second year of that deal, you do have the option to enter the transfer portal and move on. But if you do enter the transfer portal, we will need a buyout from you, which everybody keeps going to the coach. And they're like, coach has been doing this for years. Coaches have buyouts. Yeah. You can't just say, I quit when you've signed a contract. When coaches go from small schools to bigger schools, those bigger schools pay buyouts to get those coaches out, which puts money back in the school's pocket. Sign a 2-year deal. Say you have the option to enter the transfer portal if you want. But one, if you go into the portal and nobody picks you up and you got to come back here, we renegotiating a whole new deal. Now we know where you stand with us. We had a different situation. Number 2, if you do go, we get a buyout from it. And if it's one of the top players on that team, guess what? Maybe it's a $5 million buyout, right? Like, stop pretending that you're not playing professional sports. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
See, that's the thing though. You have to look at it, and this is not one of those linear deals. This is one where you have different levels and different things, because 80% of the people in these college sports are not making it to the pros.
100%.
So they do need the ability to make some money on their likeness.
I like that.
And you have to, regulate it a little bit as far as some contractual obligations to kind of put everybody on a semi-level playing field. Yeah. But the issue is the people to regulate it. Like you're right, the NCAA, they mess it up back in O'Bannon days.
Yeah, they've been messed it up.
Right, O'Bannon days. They over there kicking people out for taking $20 suits.
Yeah,
that was just something that could have been alleviated years and years ago. But the issue is it's such a slippery slope to create contracts when half of the people are not going to make it to the pros. So there has to be, like you said, some kind of middle ground where you can make money but not be able to abuse the situation. Like this all started with the Tennessee guy leaving because another quarterback got $4 million.
No. So the situation with Nico Iamaleava is, which I'm telling you, that is a I am a leaving, is he negotiated a contract for $2 million.
Yes.
They told somebody got in his ear. Yeah, I think it was $2.9 million. Somebody got in his ear. He seen somebody else get more money.
Right, somebody else got $4.
Somebody else got $4. They came to him. He said, I want to renegotiate.
No.
Well, I'm leaving.
Bye.
Now he's at UCLA. And you know what he's not making? $4 million.
Nope. They didn't give him $4 million?
No, they didn't give him $4 million. And you want to know what? I hope he's making $2.
Yeah.
And
you might have went to UCLA and just screwed yourself out of M's. And this is my point with all of it. To your point, right? Like, college sports is such a big industry. We have contracts in the G League.
Yeah.
Like, there are players in the G League that don't go to the NBA.
Right.
Like, it's not you on a 2-way deal. There are players, you are signed to a G League deal. How long you want to sign here? You want to sign for 2 years? All right, 2 years. We'll pay you $750,000 for 2 years. Okay? That's a contract.
Yes.
If I want to trade your contract, I can trade your contract. Now, I don't think you should be able to do that. I don't think we can get into the, hey, we're going to start trading contracts. I don't want this to become that. I think that this is a developmental league still, and there needs to be a loyalty from the player. There needs to be a loyalty from the school on both sides. A contract forces you to be somewhat loyal.
Right.
That's all it does.
Let me ask you a question. Can it be like a tier deal? like if these are tiers. So if you are a level 1 tier, level 2 tier, level 3 tier, and then you get a value based upon those levels.
No,
I think it's
if
more
you
about
the big name, make your ducats.
if you can command the money that you're supposed to get, fine. The issue comes down to I'm pulling out of playing games. I'm holding out. I'm holding the college hostage.
Yeah.
I'm ruining the fabric of actually having a team. It's all about, it's basically mercenary play now.
But the problem
I'm only
is,
going to go to you, whoever has the highest, the dollar.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if I ruin the rest of this team. So you're kind of ruining the college basketball. What makes it different from the pros is that you had a team that you grew together, and everybody, there's an ascension.
yeah, but that ain't happening.
I get it,
know
but
what I mean?
now the whole point was that if you look, all those teams that we grew up in college all the way up until recently was more about developing players. It was the special player. It was the Kevin Garnett that he couldn't get into college. He was good enough to. He ended up just he couldn't pass.
No, I think he failed.
He failed.
He failed, but he was still getting recruited to school.
He was getting recruited, but he couldn't pass.
Yeah, he was like the program.
Derrick Rose should have made it. Derrick Rose shouldn't have made it to Memphis.
He was like Alvin from the program. He was like Alvin from the program. All F's was still passing.
Right, but
Yeah.
you got somebody like the Kobe's and LeBrons.
I watched Jeremy Richmond get into Illinois.
But
Jeremy
the
Richmond
tier
was coming to my high school during the day.
the tier that Drew talks about, there's those blue chip type players that, yes, they're going to go to the pros regardless whether they went to college or not.
Yeah.
It's the rest of the guys that you let in that really weren't ready to be there. So they could have used the time to develop their game. What's unfair is that the NCAA was not allowing everybody to have something, even though it's clear that you guys are raping them to the point of making so much money. And so now the irresponsibility of putting this NIL, because the comments were that there were people that put this in place that were just more of the brainiac and didn't understand the repercussions of what would happen. They didn't understand the psychology of these people, of these players. Oh, we'll let them get some money. They didn't realize they opened Pandora's box. So it was irresponsible. But instead of just taking care of the players over the years, you created this situation that we have right now. But the whole point is to even what Drew's saying. If you hold a person accountable to either signing a contract or having something in place, I think that alleviates that. You just can't leave, or based on you can't
Drew
just
was saying don't do a contract.
No, he's saying it's tiered to a certain point.
Right, not a contract, but this is a tier like blue chips. Let's just blue chips,
top players.
Right, the top
if you
players.
was a top 50 or a 5-star player,
right, 5-star recruit.
Yeah.
You at like $4 million. You go down per whatever. Some not just saying that, but specifically amount, but something like that where you tiered out, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna end up turning the NFL into
College
a train.
football, you mean?
Huh?
You mean college? Oh, the NFL.
No, you're gonna turn the NFL into more of a training academy, where you're going to have to create like a G League, because you got all these players jumping around. Because college football for 3 years, you're supposed to learn the game. If you're jumping around from different system, your learning curve is going to be totally different to get to NFL level. To me, it's going to be watered down. So you have to alleviate that, so these children are making money, but they're also learning at the same time.
But it's not the same money, though. It's not the same money, though.
This won't be a problem in college football because you have to stay 3 years, right? So it's I'm staying 3 years. Like Nico, I am believe you is that's what I'm calling him. he is a special situation where he's trying to do the mercenary thing and he's trying to move around and he wants to get more money. So now he's jumping around. Most people aren't doing that in college football. Usually when you're doing that in college football, it's because you're getting an opportunity to go play and be a starter, where in another school you were behind 17 people, right? Like
he might know his projection is too.
That's why Alabama is not as dominant right now. That's why Georgia is not as dominant right now. It's why, right? Like they're still really good because they're getting the top players, but they don't have 17 of the top players.
They don't have the top players.
They can't
they
pay
have
them
top
all.
player at every position like they used to.
Well, they still got top player at every position, but it's like the dude that was under it when that top player got hurt was also a top player.
Yeah,
and now that guy's like...
It's not Tim Tebow or Cam Newton.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's
now
not all
that guy's like, why would I sit on the bench?
Yeah.
Like, I can go
I
play
get paid.
over here
and
today.
To my point, because I was talking about this with Joel, my whole thing with the Nico thing was, bro, you're not Arch Manning.
You're not
like,
Is that who he was looking at?
No,
Hey,
it
but-
was
no,
Peyton,
no, but
It was somebody
no.
else.
somebody.
Somebody got the $4 million. I forget who it was, but
Colt-
it was a
Colt
guy that was
somebody?
actually better than him.
Yeah.
They got the $4 million.
Yeah,
And he's
but-
like, well, I should deserve that
yeah,
too.
but again,
he got a bad camp. That's what it boils down to.
that's
Somebody
not.
was in his ear.
Somebody was in his ears, pops, or his
That-
uncle,
yeah,
or somebody
it had
said.
to be. My whole thing was, well, one, that wasn't true. As it pertains to the whole like messing up college sports in general, yeah, because now when I go to these teams, hey, if I know next year, if we towards the end of the season, if I know next year, hey, Texas A&M is offering me 8, and y'all giving me 3.
Yeah.
I can go over here and play. Say less. That's where I'm at. That's why. Just like because I went back and looked. Scottie Pippen's son, Justin Pippen, who
Hooper.
yeah, Hooper.
Pippen, the only one with good kids.
at Michigan.
Well, Boozer too. Boozer kids is cold.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean,
And-
but-
and
Reese's
what's his
kids
name?
was
And
not-
Kenny
yeah,
Martin.
Boozer
Kenny-
starting.
Kenny Martin's son.
No.
Kenny Martin Jr. is okay.
Elijah Arenas, he about to have his freshman year.
Yeah, that's what I said. He about to be a freshman. He
him,
ain't started yet.
Cayenne, and Bryce all about to have their freshman year.
And Kendall's
Was that
son.
Carmelo's kid?
Cayenne,
Cayenne.
Right.
number one.
They
And
said he
Kendall's
might be
son.
the truth too.
Yeah, he
Kendall's
is.
son at
He is.
Northwestern. Kendall's
Kendall
son.
Gill.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Kendall Gill's
but
son
yeah.
cold.
But
He got a son.
Back
This
to-
late. Sorry to cut you off.
Kendall
No,
Gill only.
Yeah, Kendall Gill.
Kendall Gill.
yeah, he not
49.
that.
Gill in his
50?
40s. Yeah, 40
Yeah.
right 50.
I
I
give
thought
him
all these
50.
kids was grown
Yeah.
by now.
I give him. He about 8. He's a few
Probably
years
late
older.
Yeah.
last one, but yeah. Keep
But-
going, Rico.
Back to
He might be
what
8
I
to
was
10 years
saying.
older.
Yeah, Justin
He's
Pippen.
around 56. He's 10
Justin
years.
Pippen was
that's an old dad.
Was that
That's an old
big?
dad.
Yeah.
That's an old dad. 56 is old dad.
Yeah, that's
with a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
like, man,
40,
he got
What is
46 with an 18-year-old.
Yeah, that's an old dad.
Yeah.
And I was late. I was almost
Well,
30.
she was
with,
late.
I know. I was 30-some years old having
That was a good
knocking
joke.
her.
I
got it. I didn't want to give it to you.
But yeah, because Justin Pippen was at Michigan. Michigan's in the Sweet 16, and he's like, "Hey, well, I'm finna transfer." My whole issue with that is not even the money. I think what needs to happen just on, like, if we shift SHIFT, if we shifting it and going to the college basketball side, you got to open the transfer portal the day after the
Absolutely not.
you could do it the night the tournament ends.
Absolutely not.
Cause it's college free agency.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because now those kids that are on the team that probably are talented, who aren't getting a shot to play in that tournament, they're sitting on the end of the bench not doing anything, are missing out on the schools that get the money opened up to them already, that are out there recruiting players already, that are out there picking who they want to pay already. Like that means by the time Justice Pippen gets his opportunity to get out of the portal or get into the portal, everybody else already got their players because everybody else out the tournament.
But I'm not making it. I'm not making it in the middle of a trying to get an NCAA championship. We're in the middle of the Sweet 16. If that was
Justice ain't playing.
No, but bro, it's still next man. You don't know what happens because at the end of the day,
If you got the Justice Pippen, you're losing.
no, but I'm saying you don't know if somebody gets hurt. So it's literally looking at it like, hey, bro, if I'm on the team, you on the team, Joe, and then Drew, and then we in the middle of a Sweet 16 run. Everybody like, hey, bro, I'm transferring. I'm looking at you, bro.
Hey, bro, listen. If
What-
first of all, Jaden Daniels did it and they laughed at him and now he's great. I think he's the only player from that team in the NFL.
That was Arizona State.
That was
though.
Arizona State.
That was
But,
Arizona State.
If you get enough players injured to the point where you get the Justice Pippen,
Justin
Pippen, my
Justin.
bad.
Yeah.
GG's.
But
it's over. Give up. Yo, you're done. Like, no. Bro,
But
four people have to get hurt before Justin Pippen gets in the game.
Okay, but what? Okay, but let's
Ringo, that's like arguing. That's like arguing. Hey, bro,
this way though.
We should make sure that we could keep Adama Sanogo in the G League so that just in case the entire Chicago Bulls team dies, we got somebody.
Yeah, let's.
But I'm just saying. Even then, what if it's like a Kentucky or Duke? Because you got them guys coming in, and then you still got the top of the top guys over there. So then what? Like,
Well, the whole
don't have 17 people get hurt.
I think what happens is that, to your point, the NIL, what it kind of does is that
it creates a mercenary world.
It creates a mercenary world, but it also thins out you stacking your squads because you can't just grab and have the next 4 generations of players coming in. Like Alabama would do with the running backs or whatever. So now, but that's the only positive in the sense that you can't stack.
Parity. It's supposed to create parity
and it
parity.
has.
It does create parity.
It has.
But parity and pay.
But it doesn't create a sense of loyalty to these. But the whole thing is pulling out of games, and it's like, whoa, you're holding out and holding teams hostage. That's the mercenary aspect.
The loyalty aspect of it to me has never been a thing because we sit here and talk about loyalty, and we talk about how you have to be loyal to your school. You should be loyal to a team to a fault. These teams ain't loyal to these kids.
I get that. I don't mean it loyalty of like, I'm saying if I'm supposed to basically like contractually play for you.
You sign your name, and
I take the money, and then but I'm holding you hostage.
Yeah.
To me, that's the issue I see of like, whoa, they're actually pulling out of games, just to make the dollar for themselves. So that's the mercenary aspect that I don't appreciate. And I'm not saying loyalty of like I got to bleed for this team, but if I'm gonna be a man of my word, then I'm gonna play for you, and then I'm gonna turn back because I found a loophole. I think that's kind of bogus.
But then coach left.
But you know
what I mean. That's the part where it's just not balanced. And realistically speaking, because we got to get up out of here. Realistically speaking, the NIL situation is one that the NCAA and college sports is still trying this like we're still an amateur league. No, you're not. You're professional sports.
Yeah. Once you start
just admit that you're professional sports. Let it happen. It is okay. We all view it. We're all going to watch it. Nobody's going to say, are you telling me this is the pros? Is it a lower tier of the pros? Yeah. Guess what else I watch? I watch the AHL. That's a lower version of the NHL. I watch G League basketball games. That's a lower version of the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't watch the UFL. I'm not going to lie. We're not tapping into that. I'm not tapped in. I tried.
We're not tapping.
I tried.
All right. Well,
I feel like everybody tried at one point.
Yeah, I just think, man, they need to, create, because you need an association, you need something in between to buffer the players and the money, where I don't want to go as full contract, but it has to be something in there where it makes people, if they sign their name to it, they have to adhere to it.
I think that's a lesson that he will never forget, and I'm glad he got to learn it. It sucks that you have your bag up.
I'm glad he didn't get the money, though, because if he got the money, that would set a different precedent, and it would have been ugly.
And I'm glad the college set the precedent that they did, and I'm glad that UCLA was like, I got whatever we got for you. Like, you can come in here for this. Like, listen, like that is the best case scenario with all of this. He learns, and he is a lesson, and unfortunately, he has to be the one that is that lesson, and everybody else learn from it.
Yeah,
don't F up your money.
He's gonna be the face of it. Yep.
He's gonna be the face of it.
Yes, sir.
And guess what? Darren Collison signed every contract that got slid across his not Darren Collison, who am I thinking of?
Did you say Danny Green? What did you say?
Not Danny Green. That's a different conversation.
I didn't know.
I said that's a Discord.
Okay.
No, the one that damn, why can't I
Context.
on the Lakers, they gave him 80. They offered him 80 million. He turned it down.
Dennis Schroeder.
Hey, Dennis Schroeder ain't turned down a contract since.
Nope. He lost that one.
And he gets the horn.
And
and
they
said the NBA.
Blew that bag.
He said they said the NBA trade deadline is just like slavery and got traded 17 times in them.
I just think I don't think they ever gonna be able to get it together because I feel like it's too many.
You will if you
have
to. If you stop trying.
It's too many cooks in the kitchen.
We have to though.
It's too many cooks in the kitchen.
You will if you stop trying to sit there and pretend like it's not professional sports. You know when you don't have this issue. Hey, you signed your name on this piece of paper for 2 years. You got to play for us for 2 years. You got to out in this situation. You got a player option. You got a team option, whatever. Like it's in black and white. Yeah. I can't just up and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that's what it is.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another episode of The Breeze, man. We're going to have a ton of stuff coming you guys' way. Of course, P-Kid dropping clips over on this channel almost daily. He been dropping pretty consistent. Tap in with Joel over on the Chicago Bears Breeze. He's been doing some good things over there. Got the Chicago Bulls Breeze held down. We're going to get a video out today on that channel. Drew tapping in on Chicago Bears Breeze every now and then. He's been,
Yes, sir.
Been a part of that show. Ringo's on TikTok being freaky. Ringo's out here with freaky TikToks, dog.
I am not being freaky. It's not. No, because he can't.
The people that are joining Ringo's TikTok,
and then they was like, "Oh, you need to change."
Look at that bottom name.
No, bro.
Yeah. Look at his face.
I said, okay. Well, he's the rock star. Oh, I see it. I see it all the way over here. I see it all the way over here. Nope. Just take your L, Ringo. Just take your L, Ringo. Just take the L.
Yeah.
Just take the L, Ringo.
Huh?
Just take the L.
Yeah.
Just take the L. Yeah. Be like,
I don't know who.
Let's do it.
That bottom name.
Yeah, so just take your L, bro.
Yeah.
Just take your L and wrap it.
I never peeped.
Oh, you peeped. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Show of love, man. Tap in with us on all platforms. Y'all stay safe out there. World. Breeze ball of the week before we get in? Quick one? Breeze ball.
I thought we were doing that next. I don't.
Oh, you ain't got that?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry? Good one. Who you got? Breeze ball?
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, that's a good one. I got you know what? I'm going to go Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey was hooping. They lost, but Josh Giddey.
Oh, man. I ain't got nobody on this one because everybody been playing decent. Man, so I get Luka then. I'll take Luka then.
That's not a bad one. He ain't played this week, though. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Peace.
Peace in the Middle East and Greece.
I love that he could just throw a random Luka out there. I'll take Luka. That's not a bad take, but he didn't play this week.
Hey, I thought you said boy, he was cooking. He was cooking last week.
We'll create a graphic for that next week. All right, we out.